Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac and we are back playing some Feed the Beast Infinity for episode 6. Now, last episode we set up this miner over here from Industrial Craft, and since the end of last episode I've actually moved it from over here, mainly because this one's finished. If we were to break that and look down, that is a very deep drop all the way down to bedrock there, which is a fall I don't want to take, but we'll cover that up. I moved it forward a couple of blocks, had it run all over again, and just a quick heads up for those who don't know, once the miner has finished, if you take out the drill and the OD scanner, you will get your mining pipes back. It'll slowly pull all the mining pipes back up out of the ground and leave them over here in the slot again, so you can reuse them for your next miner, which is a pretty good thing because these things are actually pretty expensive for what they are. But that's how that works. I'll move that and use it again between episodes. But there is one more thing that I have changed since the end of last episode, and that is our charcoal situation. So last episode we set up a bit of a, I guess, needlessly complex way of turning our wood into charcoal using some of the furnaces, using some transfer nodes, using a lot of pipes and all that kind of stuff, when really we could have done it in much simpler using our Steve's Carts farm. So what I've done is, if we were to go ahead and get blocked by a tree here, if we were to go ahead and look into our Steve's Cart here, we will see that now I've changed the smelter to infinitely, it's moving out of the way. I've changed it to infinitely turn the oak wood into charcoal and to put it into the chest instead of into the coal engine. So now what it's going to do is it's going to try and constantly turn all of that oak wood into charcoal, which does mean that we get a lot less oak wood nowadays. You'll notice that it doesn't mean we get none. Sometimes if it's cutting down a tree fairly close to the cargo manager, it won't have time to go ahead and turn it all into charcoal. So we will get a little bit. You've noticed we've got up to about 7 and a bit stacks since the end of last episode. But for the most part, it's getting a bunch of charcoal, and I've changed a few things inside the cargo manager, if we look in here. So now what happens is all of the charcoal, all of the apples, all of the saplings will come in from the chest down to the cargo manager, and then before the transfer node pulls anything out, the cargo manager will try put all of its inventory back into the engine here. And if we go and have a look, you'll see that I filled all of these up with 64 charcoal. So what it's going to do is it's going to fill in any charcoal that was used. So say we use this one piece of charcoal like this. It's going to try and put that one piece of charcoal back, which it will successfully do. Maybe. Come on, work with me. There we go. He's going to put that charcoal back. It's not going to put anything else back because there's no space for it. And then everything else is going to get put into these barrels. And then the same is true as it was before. Everything that's in this barrel will then get pulled out via the transfer node and then either go to one of those 3 generators or the generator down in our base, which is pretty cool. This system should continue to function, I think, pretty much 100% as long as we don't use up more than 1 stack of charcoal in a single run, which I don't think is ever going to happen because this track is pretty short. So that's what I've changed over there. It seems to be working pretty well. All of those generators are full. The generator downstairs is full, and we have a nice little backlog of charcoal as well, which is pretty cool. But that's not what we're doing today. What I want to do today is I want to go ahead and start with a little bit of magic. You'll notice that we've set up a new room back here. It's a pretty big one. It's a bit bigger than this one here. And this is going to be our Thaumcraft room because I haven't played with Thaumcraft in a long time and I really want to jump back into it. We're not going to be doing a ton of Thaumcraft, guys. Don't worry. For those who don't like it, it's not going to be like 10 episodes from now until episode like 16 just solid Thaumcraft. It'll probably be this episode, maybe next episode, and we'll kind of come and go between Thaumcraft and some of the tech mods as well. But for today, what we're going to do is actually, I should probably tell you how I made this, to be fair. This right here, this is an obsidian cover. And the reason that I've made covers instead of actual obsidian blocks is because obsidian is expensive. So between episodes, what I did is I grabbed some obsidian using the terrain smasher. And what I did is I stuck it in the chisel. I grabbed 1 extra block here just to show you guys how it's going to work. And if you stick the obsidian into the chisel here, I went ahead and I believe we chose this one. What does it say there? It says organic looking obsidian chunks. I chose that one. And then if you make this saw from forged microblocks, it's really easy to make. It's just some stone rods, which are just cobblestone or smooth stone. And I know it's not called smooth stone. I know it's called stone, but I call it smooth stone anyway. As well as some sticks and some flint. That will get you a saw. And then what you can do is you can actually make obsidian slabs, obsidian panels, and obsidian covers, which look just like obsidian from the top. But if you go ahead and break them like this, which I don't know if we can do with the, I don't know if this, I think we're going to break this. Yeah. Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, wow, okay. Which, if you break them, you'll see the hollow. But basically, it allows you to get 8, like, covers, I guess, per block, which is kind of nice. It means that we can do some bit of decorating with obsidian without having to get a lot of obsidian, because obsidian's pretty expensive. It's pretty expensive. But anyway, to start off with Thaumcraft, we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need some gold nuggets, which we should have in one of our chests. If we go ahead and grab some gold, and we're going to need, oh no, we're not, we're going to need some iron nuggets, I apologize, and we're going to need some sticks. Really easy stuff, and if we were to go ahead and do something like this, make ourselves 18 iron nuggets, and do something like this, we get ourselves some iron caps, we only need 2, and then if we did something like this, with a stick in the middle, and iron caps either side, we get ourselves an iron capped wooden wand. Nice! The next thing that we are going to need is a bookshelf, and we can get that by making ourselves some paper. There's some sugarcane by that little river. I don't know if you can see it on the map. It's kind of that way, and we've been killing a bunch of cows to get ourselves some beef to keep us from dying of hunger, which is something we are about to do if we don't go ahead and eat, so we can throw some charcoal in there. That should be fine. And then all we have to do is combine that up with a little bit of wood, and we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and do something like this. Make 3 books. Thank you. And then we get ourselves some oak wood. Also, by the way, guys, I don't think I mentioned this last episode. The diamond drill can actually be used as a mining tool as well. You can use it instead of a pickaxe, and I believe it's actually a lot faster. If I was to do, come on, Isaac. There we go. Yeah, I think it's a bit faster. Now we've got this little like hole in our wall. Not really what I was after there, but we'll take that iron. Actually, I'll take all that iron. There we go. Okay, a little bit sidetracked. I just wanted to talk about the diamond drill there real quick. But basically what we can do is we can go ahead and grab 2 sets of you, do something like this, and get a bookshelf. Nice. And then all you have to do is place the bookshelf down in the world anywhere you want. Not the cobblestone. Man, my mouse wheel is being like really weird today. Let's go ahead and not put that down. Let's get ourselves a bookshelf and then simply right click it with the iron capped wooden wand, and you get yourself a Thaumonomicon. Nice! And this is basically like a little manual, a little book for all of the Thaumcraft needs. Everything that we are ever going to need in Thaumcraft is within this book, including a couple of the extra mods that are in, like Thaumic Tinkerer, Apimancy? I'm not quite sure what mod adds this. It might be Magical Bees, and we also have AOBD, which is another one bites the dust. This is the mod that usually is used to like unify some of the ore processing stuff, but what's with the cats? I can hear them again. Ah, it's probably a witch's cat, actually. Probably outside somewhere. I don't like witch's cats. Let's see if we can, yeah, there it is. I see you out there. And we can't sleep because it's dark outside and there are monsters. No. All right, anyway, we don't need to sleep. We don't need to sleep. Now we've got the Thaumonomicon. The first thing that we're going to work towards is this guy here, Night Ore. And you'll see, in order to get Night Ore, we need a scribing tool and a paper to get some research notes. Now, research notes are used in a research table, which is actually fairly easy to get. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's just wood. If we go ahead and type in table, we need 2 of these down here. They are just slabs and oak wood planks. So let's go ahead and do something like this. You can go there, and was it like that? No. Oh, it was even easier. It was just like that. That's 1. And then if we do the same again, boom, boom, we get 2. Nice. And if we throw both of these down next to each other, they should, and if we right-click it with some scribing tools, which we are going to have to go ahead and grab in just a second, they should turn into a research table. Now, for scribing tools, we are going to need some ink sacs, which means we do kind of need to go outside, which means we do kind of need to sleep, because in order to make this, we need a glass bottle, a feather, and some ink. I think we have a feather. Yes, we do. Glass bottle should be fairly easy to get. We smelted up a little bit of sand. I was going to say a bunch, but a little bit of sand since the end of last episode. And I guess, come on, let me... Oh my gosh. What's with the witches? My goodness. Is it the Thaumcraft? Do they like coming to join in? Do you want to... Oh my, you've got a couple of cats. Did you want to like hang out? Maybe do some Thaumcraft with us? Something like that. Also, apparently you can right click and place torches if you have it in your inventory with the drill. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is. We cannot sleep. I'm gonna run for it. You gotta be careful. Those cats are strong. I know it might sound silly, but those cats are ridiculously powerful, and those witches do give you the withering effect if you go near them. Come on, squids, where you at? There you are. Let's go ahead and just grab a couple of you. Did we get one? I need some ink. There we go. Pretty sure yeah, there we go. We got 6 ink sacs. Nice. Okay. let's try and get back to the house without dying. This could be a bit harder than it seems. Come on, run, run, run. We should get some armor. I'm not quite sure why we've gone so long without getting any armor. That's an Enderman who we should probably work towards killing because he would actually get some ender pearls that we could use, but we're free. Whew! Okay, so you failed, cats. You failed. You can't kill me. Anyway, now that I've gone ahead and put down like my 10th piece of stone for the episode, let's go ahead and do something like this. We'll leave 2 of those there. I'm going to go ahead and turn sound off so we can't hear that cat. We're going to make a glass bottle like so. We're going to combine that up with an egg sack and a feather. And then, if we were to go ahead and take this and right-click the tables that we put out here, we get ourselves a research table. Nice. And then all we need to do in order to get the research for Nitor, which is this one over here, is we need a scribing tool and paper. So that could be a bit of a problem considering we don't have much paper. You can get the scribing tools back by just kind of opening that up. Now, I think in order to get paper, we're probably going to have to wait for the day because that... Oh, wow. There's an Enderman, like, right outside. How? I don't even... I'm not going to question it. I'm happy with that. We managed to survive, I guess. So, wow, okay. Well, I'm going to make another run for it. I'm going to run and try and get some sugarcane, guys. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so once we've got a little bit more sugarcane, we can go ahead and get ourselves some paper. I'm just going to grab 3. Actually, I'm going to grab 6. I'm going to keep a little bit of sugarcane because we should probably replant some by the water nearby, so we'd have to do quite as big a run. And next time we need some more sugarcane, and we should now be able to grab ourselves the Nitor. You can see here it now says click to get research notes for this research. We do that, and we get ourselves this little guy, the research notes for Nitor. And if we head on over back to our research table, throw them in right about there, and throw in the scribing tools up in the top left again, like that, we'll see we get this nice little interface over here. Now, you'll see we have the Ignis aspect over here. So in Thaumcraft, there are 6 basic aspects. We have Air, Aqua, Ignis, Order, Prodigitor, and Terra. These are the 6 base aspects that all of the aspects are based on. And I'm not quite sure how many aspects there are in total. There are a lot of aspects. And basically, they are all made up of these base aspects here. Now, the way that we unlock more base aspects is by scanning them using a Thaumonomicon. Now, this Thaumonomicon, yes, this thing here, sorry, not the Thaumonomicon, the thermometer, the thermometer? Thermometer, this thing over here. I always think that's pronounced wrong because it shouldn't sound like thermometer. It is really easy to make. It's just some glass, some gold, and 2 of any shard. We are going to use earth because we have a ton of earth shards. So if we go boom, boom, glass, gold, gold, and glass, we get ourselves a thermometer. Nice. And I believe if we scan a torch, we get that one there, which I think is Lux, and I think Lux is the aspect we're missing. Yes, I've made this before, so I know that Lux is the missing aspect there, and if we go ahead and look in the Thaumonomicon under basic information and under aspects of magic, we should see Lux has appeared, and we know now that it's a mixture of air and Ignis. Now, in the research table, the way that we complete this research is by connecting these up. We drag things from this side to this side, and we connect them up. So Ignis is used to make Lux, so they connect. If I was to do this again, actually, let's do this again. There we go. We can put Lux there, because Lux and Ignis again is used to make Lux, so they connect. And we can just keep doing that again and again. And it connects, and then we're done. Some of those get really complex, where there's like 5 different aspects. You gotta connect them all up using just either your knowledge or I use a little cheat sheet that tells me which ones make up which ones, because I have nowhere near enough experience with Thaumcraft to know which make up which. But once you're done, you get yourself this little guy over here, and if we go ahead and right-click it, ding, we get that little thing in the top left-hand corner there that says Research Complete Nitor. And if we head back into the Thaumonomicon, we can now go ahead. You'll see this little, like, shining star, I guess, on the Alchemy tab, which tells us we have a new research unlocked. And if we were to click on Nitor, it now tells us how to make it. So, in order to make Nitor, we need a Crucible, we need 3 Ignis, 3 Lux, and 3 Potentia to be in that Crucible, and we need to throw a Glowstone in. So, the way that we make a Crucible is actually really easy. We just simply clear out our inventory of all this junk, because we have a ton of rubbish. And again, I will go ahead and organize this at some point in the future, but for now, in order to make a Crucible, we first need to make a Cauldron. we then take said cauldron, and for the time being, our floor in here is made of wood, so I'm not going to set up the crucible in there just yet. We'll probably move it in just a second, but for now, I'm going to set it up out here, because we do need to stick some lava beneath it. Now, in order to turn a cauldron into a crucible, you simply grab your wand and give it a little click. That's a right click, that is, and it turns into a crucible. Nice. Now, like I said, we are going to need some lava, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bucket real quick, and I'm going to go grab some lava from our little on-ground lava source, and I'll be back in a second. And again, a little while later, I've gone ahead and thrown some lava underneath the crucible. All we need to do now is right-click the crucible with a bucket of water to put some water in there. It should start to bubble up fairly quickly. Possibly. Yep, there we go. That means it's ready to accept some stuff. And now, all we need to do is throw in 3 Ignis, 3 Lux, and 3 Potentia. Now, what that means by that is if we were to go ahead and look at this torch again, we'll see that it has 1 Lux. So if we were to throw 3 torches in there, it would get that 3 Lux. We then need 3 Ignis and 3 Potentia. Now, I did a bit of scanning of some of my stuff between the takes there, I guess. And it turns out that coal has 2 Ignis and 2 Potentia. So, if we were to throw in I guess 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. There is now 6 Ignis, 6 Ignis and 6 Potentia in there. So if I was to throw in 6 torches, we would get 6 Lux, and that should make us, I believe, like that. And then we right click. Oh, no, we throw glowstone in, don't we? Oh, I've completely forgot. And then we throw glowstone in for each one, and that should make us, I think, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, we got 2. Let's see. Oh, yeah, no, that's right, because we had 6 of each in. Did waste a glowstone there, but that's fine. That gets us 2 night ore, and that is how you use the crucible. Now, one really cool thing that we can do just to finish off here, I don't think... Actually, yeah, let's do this. One thing we can do is we can go ahead and, say, break this, which thankfully the diamond drill seems to do a little bit better than our ruby pickaxe. And if we wanted to, say, move our crucible into our Thorncraft room, we can go ahead and throw down night ore, which, by the way, is just like a light source. It's kind of cool. It just kind of lights up the room like that. It looks cooler than torches, I guess. And you can actually use it to heat up the crucible. This is taint. You want to get rid of taint, you don't want to leave it lying around. Taint is bad. Taint can cause bad things to happen. Make sure you get rid of it. You don't want to keep it lying around, like I said. We do want to get rid of that lava, though, before I break the crucible, because I do not want to lose that. Thank you. We'll take you. And now, instead of using lava, we can just stick the crucible over the night ore, and it will work just as well, which is pretty cool. It means that we can have it in here without having to have lava burning up the whole place, which, again, is pretty nice. And I think with that, guys... And I think with that, guys, I'm going to end the episode there. We've got a little bit started with Thorncraft. We've got ourselves our research table, our crucible. We've got ourselves our thermometer. What I'll probably do between episodes is go ahead and scan a bunch of stuff. You'll notice that you can't scan everything to begin with, because if you scan something and it has an aspect that you haven't unlocked yet, then you won't be able to scan it because you don't know what it is. So you kind of have to work your way up, scan a bunch of stuff. If you can't scan it, put it on a wait list and come back to it later. It's kind of good to start with some of the vanilla stuff. You can scan animals. Don't forget that. You can also scan mobs if you can get close enough to them. I don't know if you could probably scan a creeper. You'd probably have to get really close and not have it blow up. But I'll probably do a bunch of scanning between episodes. I'm not even sure we can scan cobblestone and stone bricks yet. Apparently you can't scan the ones from Chisel anywhere, but it may be iron? Nope. I don't understand this. I need to study crystals. Okay. I need to study some more before I can find that. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit like. It helps out a ton.